and there's still some problems with this study too, but this was 2,000 people, 6 months on carnivore. Every single one of them came off their diabetic medication. Some of them came off insulin completely, a huge number. These are and then like inflammatory markers dropped, the CRP inflammatory markers dropped. You can look at like their self-reporting on improved health, improved energy, improved mental clarity. 85% of them improved mental clarity. This out of 2,000 people. 89% improved energy, focus, improved strength. I did carnivore too for a 60-day challenge. I definitely reported these results as well. It's hard to do though. Psychiatric symptoms, everything. This is probably the strongest argument for carnivore that there is. But you could also like go over to the other side. Like, I'd say like I have no conclusion on whether red meat is bad for you or not. I just truly don't know. There's so much. Like you go over to like nutrition facts or like these guys like are just constantly blasting red meat, and they have so many studies that I haven't been able to look through. But I think that most of their stuff is a complaint against processed meat, like sausage and stuff like that, which seems pretty legit. But the best thing to do on this kind of stuff is just do your own research. You want to know my final take on the nutrition thing? Honestly, the reason I think there is so much conflicting evidence about studies and about what works and what doesn't is because I think that across different cultures and across different groups of people, there's enough variation in like how human beings are built and structured and what their ancestors ate that it seems to me that nutrition is like a highly personal thing. So I actually believe that there are situations where red meat, and they've done a couple of studies on this. I'll name a couple in a second, but like one really big one is they looked at the amount of fat, specifically like seal and like blubber fat that Eskimo populations could eat, and they could basically eat like infinite amounts of it, and they had absolutely no metabolic issues, didn't put on a ton of weight, stuff like that, because they've eaten it and their bodies have adapted to that for generations. Likewise, like with people that weren't exposed to a ton of grain, or like you get this, or like alcohol. It's why like Asians get like the Asian glow when they drink, stuff like that. Like they're like nutrition is like a highly personal thing. I completely believe that there's populations of people that don't respond well to red meat and probably will develop metabolic issues because they didn't have it historically, or chicken or whatever the hell you want to like. And so ultimately it's a personal journey for everybody. That's why I'd rather people spend a lot of time trying to figure out what they respond to and their own biomarkers and do blood tests and figure out what they're personally about than to listen to anything anybody says, including me, right? Yeah, lots of European descendants are lactose intolerant. Exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm. Whereas for other people, it might be totally fine to like drink milk or whatever.